Good morning, everyone. My name is Anna. I'm a wife of an addict in recovery, and I'm also recovering myself from codependency. Good morning. What are we at? We at Thursday. Thursday. Yes, we are. Good Thursday morning. Tomorrow, Mitchell and I will be back on the road. Hoping to get back on the road at 7 a.m. Eastern, so we can get back home to Massachusetts around the same time, hopefully, that we did it here at 5. Just thinking about it may not work because we are going to be going through New York at that time, but we'll see how it goes. Good morning, Caddy. Good morning, Heather. And Caddy, is it Katie or Caddy? Just so I know, so each time I say it, I want to say it correctly. But good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. Today when I woke up, I was thinking to myself, it's a gorgeous day out. It's beautiful outside. What do I want to talk about? And what kept coming up was, honestly at first is learning how to be ourselves. Katie. Okay, awesome. Good morning, Katie. Good morning, Danny. Good morning, Elise. And another Katie just came on. Good morning. And so today, it was just starting to be about, how we need to be kind to ourselves. And I started realizing something. As much as I started, a lot of my lives, guys, honestly, I go in with my intuition. Whatever's on the heart that morning, what I feel is that's what needs to be spoken about. That's what needs to be expressed. And so for me, thinking about kindness, thinking about, learning how to be ourselves, like that's what the truth I feel is in the healing process, is learning how to become ourselves, our authentic self, which for me, in my belief system, I believe it's our inner child, because I believe our inner child really, in a sense, is who we are. It's our essence, it's our soul, it's our energy, whatever you want to call it. And so for me, it's getting back to that play and seeing the wonder of the world. And a lot of the times when we talk about curiosity and the wonder of the world, a lot of the times we talk about a child with imagination, excitement, and curiosity. And I started thinking about it. As much as I feel like I can feel a lot of that now, and I feel like I do embrace myself now, even though I will absolutely admit there are still days that and even moments, I'm still in the process of learning how to completely embrace my true self. Still a little bit of that fear of being judged, fear of not being accepted, fear of not being good enough. So that's really there. And I started, going more down the path of, we're still very hard on ourselves, because I think what we do is we think of the end result, meaning as, I want to be healed. I want to be able to completely disconnect or detach from my loved one with love. I want to be able to feel peace again. I want to be able to feel like I'm good enough again. I want to feel like I'm confident again. There's a lot of things that when we use those phrases, we're talking about what I would consider the end result. And what does the end result mean? So I don't know for anybody else on here, but the end result in my mind, what it would mean is, truthfully, I think the absence of pain, the absence of uncomfortability, and the absence of mistakes. I think that's what any end result would mean to me, to be completely honest. And realizing that I think one of our codependent traits as codependents is perfectionism. And we love doing everything perfect. And now again, if you ask me, Anna, why did you want to do everything perfect? Well, because if I'm doing everything perfect, again, it really does go to the absence of pain, hi, sweetheart, the absence of feeling rejected, the absence of feeling hurt, the absence of feeling judged. So for me, I think what it really means, and definitely come in and let me know if anyone else feels this way as well. But I believe what the end result is if I want to be detached with love from my loved one, if I want to feel healed, if I want to know that I've grown, if I want to know that now I'm good enough, if I want to know that I'm feeling peace again. I think what we think is really the end result, and the end result means the absence of everything that is uncomfortable. And that's never going to be. There's always going to be things in life that challenge us. There's always going to be things in life that make us feel uncomfortable. And I think what it really is about is learning to have self-compassion and realizing that it truthfully is progress, not perfection. And it's always about the journey. It's not about the end result. And if we're always on the perception or the perspective of the end result being what we really want, I think we already set ourselves up to believing that we failed. Therefore, our self-talk comes in. We believe we've failed. We're talking down to ourselves rather than seeing all the growth we've already done, all the healing we've already done, all our wins that we've already accomplished. So I think what we need to really ask ourselves is, what is the definition of this? And I think it makes us be very hard on ourselves. I really do. And what it needs to do is we need to recognize that, okay, let me find one here. Oh my God, I love dandelions though, so we're gonna show this, okay? I'm going to be Anna and I'm gonna get down right on the ground. Okay, so we're gonna do some, I'm a visual learner. Okay, can everybody see this flower right here? Okay, so when we plant a seed, and we're planting a seed, do we yell at the flower because it hasn't grown up? Do we yell at the flower when it's only a little seedling and we see that green peeking out of the dirt? Do we yell at it? Do we get upset with it? Do we tell it it's not good enough? Do we tell it that you're not doing a good job? No, usually when we plant a seed and we see the seedling sprout from the earth, I don't know about you, but I get very excited. I get so excited when I see that seedling. Do I get upset with it? No. So why do we get upset with ourselves when we're growing? Why do we get upset with ourselves when we're that seedling, when we've already pushed so far from the earth, when we've already gone through all the darkness and we don't know what it's going to look like? Think about it. So why do we have compassion for other things? But it's very hard for us to have self-compassion for ourselves. We need to be more like that flower. We need to be more of like when we see a child. When a child is learning to walk and it falls, do we get down? Do we get upset with it? Do we tell it should be doing better? No, we're over there clapping. We're congratulating. We're so excited on their growth. We're so excited on what they're doing and their confidence. We don't talk down. We get excited because we know that it's a process that's coming up to that result. I think when we're thinking about when it comes to healing and recovery, I think what happens is we really do look at the end result and we don't look at all the amazing things we're already doing. All right. And I want all of us to take a pause right now. I'm going to go up in the comments and I want all of us to take a pause right now. There are 18 people on here. If you have never commented on one of these lives, I'm going to challenge you right now. I would love for you to comment. And what I want everyone to do right now, I want you to post one win that you feel and notice on this journey. One win that you have done that you know. I want you to take a pause now. And if you feel like, well, I don't have a win, I'm going to tell you this right now. That is a fallacy inside your mind. You've done a lot of wins already. So what I want us to do is come and take this moment and bring it to awareness. And I want everyone to focus on what is one win. And I'm going to tell you what a win can be. When we love someone in addiction, generally a lot of the times we'll get depressed or we feel anxiety, okay? We feel hurt, we feel that trauma. I'm going to tell you what a win for me was in the past. Getting up, brushing my teeth. I'm actually going to go right back. Another win was just getting up. Other wins was when I didn't want to go over to a family's house and I went over to the family's house. Another win is when I would never reach out and then all of a sudden I started reaching out. Another win is always wanted to eat healthy. But guess what? Even though maybe the rest of the day was not healthy, I woke up in the morning and ate yogurt and fruits. I want everyone to take a stop right now and really think in your life, what are your wins? I really would love to see that, because a lot of the times I think this is what we don't do, guys. We don't take a pause and actually see these little moments because we're so stuck on the end result. So what we do is this. Think of a measurer, a ruler. We see the 1 inch and then we see the 12 inches. If we're not at the 12 inches, if we have not made the foot, we have not succeeded. What I'm asking everyone to do is Stop doing that. I had to stop doing that too. And I still have to challenge myself to this day. What are those 12 inches? Because those 12 inches got you to that foot. They are worth it. They are good enough. They are so much more than what we think. I'm going to go up, guys, because people are starting to send in. Thanks, guys. All right, so win. Laura, absolutely. Clarity to my brain. Denise, started counseling this week. Hell yeah, great job. Jennifer, more mindfulness, awareness towards myself and others. Absolutely amazing. Katie, went back to work this week after 5 months off. Hell yeah, good job. Marianne, sharing my story with others. Absolutely powerful, Marianne. Laura, out of the abusive home. That's another big one. Nice big step. Tara, I got on the Mural Map family support session last night with my video on for 45 minutes. Hell yeah, Tara. Awesome, guys. Awesome, awesome wins from everybody. Chantal, started holding my boundaries and being proud of my newfound strength. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Shelly, gaining self-worth and enjoying being alone. Sounds like you are learning to accept who you are. That's awesome. Chris, being consistent and working on myself. Absolutely awesome. Trudy, starting a journal and going back to trust my instincts. There you go, Trudy. Trust that the instincts and the intuition. It's on point. Kelly, my win every day is making my bed as soon as I get up. A big win for me would be caring for myself and starting to see the shoots of happiness in myself and my family, especially my teen daughter. Patience. I love that you also said, Kelly, patience, because I think that's one thing we all need to learn. I'll speak for myself. Ashley, started placing boundaries and focusing more on myself. Absolutely amazing job, guys. Katie, actually starting to live one day at a time rather than panicking about the future. Absolutely amazing. Jennifer, holding my boundary of sleeping in another room when my husband is drinking. You guys, honestly, absolutely freaking amazing, because I'm going to tell you something. Remember, I remember that anxiety. I remember that sadness. I remember those triggers. I remember that pain. I remember that hurt. I remember the sick to the stomach, racing heart. And I want you to know, because I remember that, every single one that we said, what are those wins? I know in every single one of those things, we might be able to, seems like easy to type them out, right? Oh, this is just this. No, I remember all of it, and it's so hard to do everything each one of you expressed. So hard. Getting out of bed, getting the bed ready, taking care of yourself, being more aware, setting boundaries, okay? Going to see people that we need to see, opening up, showing ourselves. Honestly, guys, it seems easy to type, but I know we face all that anxiety, all that uncomfortability, and it's extremely hard. And that's why I want us, really, we need to stop being so hard on ourselves, because this journey is already hard. So being hard on ourselves, does it really help us? No. Okay? I want all of you to know I'm damn proud of every single one of you, because I know these steps, I know these inches of the foot, they are massive accomplishments. They are massive wins. Okay? They are little, like, think about looking up to the sky, the night sky, and then you see the stars. All these wins are lighting up the night sky. Honestly, that's what you're doing. You're bringing light back into your life, and no one else is doing that for you. You are. You are more powerful than you believe. Trust me on that. Because for a long time, I didn't trust that in myself. And then I realized I was capable of doing things I never thought was possible. Things I was so terrified of doing, so scared of doing. However, same thing, like a lot of you said on here, try each day to do one thing, okay? And I want you guys to know you are growing, you are healing, and you are living these moments. But what I think it is, again, like we said earlier, I think in the mind, what we do to ourselves as we go, well, I'm not there yet. And why do I feel like I'm not there yet? Because I'm not at the end result. And again, I don't know what it means for everybody else, but for me, the end result, I realized what it meant was, I don't want any more pain. I don't want any more hurt. I don't want any more uncomfortable. I don't want any more mistakes. I don't want any more of Mitchell being irritable. I don't want any more of us having disagreements. I don't want any more of me feeling insecure. I don't want any more conversations with my friends or my family. I don't want any challenges from work. I realized that's what it meant, because I felt like if I was healed for some reason in my mind, that triggers would never affect me anymore. If I was healed, that Mitchell and I would never have another argument again. If I was healed, that I would take every single challenge without hesitation coming my way. That's not the reality. We're always growing. There's always going to be things that we get uncomfortable about or feel insecure about and honestly feel not even good enough. However, I can promise you this. The more and more you become aware of those very things, and when you become aware, you get to the point where you lean in and you challenge those things. That's where growth is. Okay? That's, if anyone asked me, Anna, how did you grow? How did you start challenging your core beliefs? Well, I think the first thing and first step absolutely was being aware of them. What are my core beliefs? And sometimes the easiest ones to start with, I think, are the ones that truthfully a lot of us have. It's that lack of self-worth. Not believing we're good enough, believing we're going to be rejected, okay, being ashamed, honestly, sometimes of who we are. And then when I recognized what that felt like inside of my body, that uncomfortability, anytime I felt it, I know this wasn't the answer I was looking for, I can tell you that much. But when they started saying, Anna, when you feel that, you got to lean in. So if right now you're not feeling good enough, why? And maybe you need to talk to that person. Not maybe, you do. If you're having assumptions, you need to lean in and have the conversation. If you're having triggers, you need to reach out and be open and be vulnerable. It was scary. I didn't want to do any of that. However, guys, I will tell you, it allowed me to see more of my wins. And I will tell you, in early recovery, the reason why I think for about probably a good year, why anytime Mitchell and I would have any sort of uncomfortability, maybe Mitchell would be irritable, maybe I would think that Mitchell's not challenging some of these behaviors, or we would get into an argument or a fight, my mind would automatically always go to, why am I still here? Why am I still here? I should have left. This is never going to get better. And I'm recognizing now, guys, is because I wasn't able to see the growth that we were doing, because I was still so stuck in my trauma responses that my body was telling me to get out. And I think also in my mind, I expected, of course, the end result to be the absence of all of this. And I didn't realize I was asking perfection of not only myself, but of Mitchell. And when I started taking it really day by day, even moment by moment sometimes, and okay, Mitchell did get irritable. Mitchell raised his voice at me. We're not healed. We're not healed because we're still having these fights. We're not healed because he's still being argumentative. We're not healed because there's still irritability. We're not healed because I'm still so hurt. I'm still feeling so triggered, so much pain. However, when I started shifting, because my end result again was the absence of all this, or that's what my perspective was, and I started just looking at the moments, well, might not have been right then and there, but then all of a sudden, maybe a couple hours, couple days goes by, and Mitchell comes up to me and says, you know, I realized I yelled yesterday and I shouldn't have done that. I'm aware of it. Really? Another thing happens. Anna, you know, I'm just letting you know, I'm feeling really off today. I'm feeling depressed. I just wanted to let you know. Is he communicating with me? So a lot of the times I will tell you, actually, I will admit that being aware of me being, or asking perfection out of Mitchell in the beginning, was the step that I needed to realize that I asked perfection of myself, to be completely honest with you. You know, that thing that we're always focused on other people before ourselves. But I needed that to realize that, and I realized I was just always so damn hard on myself. So I want everyone on here to know, stop being so damn hard on yourself. Okay, you're doing a good job, and you are doing enough. Okay, this is a very hard journey. Anybody that's on this live right now, I think we can understand each other's pain. So please know when I say this, I'm not just saying this to say this. I've expressed this on here. I will always be honest, even if the honesty is very hard, and I'm scared that I'm going to lose some people because I'm going to challenge. So I want you to know, I really do truly believe you are good enough. You are worth it, and you are doing an amazing job. We need to stop being so hard on ourselves. You're doing amazing. You are healing. You are growing. You are challenging yourselves, and you're not just trying. You're doing. So the next time when something comes up, what I want you to ask yourself, am I being too hard on myself? And what does that mean? What am I expecting right now? Maybe that's the first question we need to ask. What am I expecting of myself? And if what you are expecting is having the absence of triggers, having the absence of pain, having the absence of hurt, having the absence of uncomfortable conversations, having the absence of uncomfortable feelings, emotions, and thoughts, well, that's when maybe we need to go, are these always still going to occur in my life? Yes, they are. I promise, though, they will become less and less frequent. However, I think if we talk down to ourselves, it doesn't help us healing. But if we actually take a pause and realize, you know, this is going to happen. This is life, and I'm growing just like I showed you that dandelion. Am I going to yell at the seedling or the child learning new things, or am I going to cheer them on? And I think that's when we need to take a pause and stop. And that's what I love to do with my clients, because I do it with myself. When I'm having a really down day, yes, absolutely, I first want to just be validated. I just want to be heard. I don't want people to tell me. I really want to be heard. But after that, take a pause and think about a month ago. Think about a year ago. Am I the same person? Or have I grown? And usually when we do that, we recognize we've grown. Even if it's big accomplishments, I'm not going to say little, big accomplishments like this. Getting out of bed in the morning, making our bed, brushing our teeth, taking maybe the medicine that we should and need that helps us out. I'm one of them, okay? Holding boundaries, speaking up for ourselves, doing the one thing in life that may scare us is just being ourselves. That's what I want. Those are big wins. You are growing, you are healing, and you are worth it. I honestly love all of you so much. I truthfully really do. I want you to always know you're a massive part of my support system, and I really, really want you to hear me when I say this. My authentic me, I know this for a fact. I could not have become, or I will still say, on this journey to becoming really my authentic self, which is being my spiritual self, loving the outdoors, saying that I love Mother Earth, grounding when I need to, running out in the rain, okay? All of these different things, trusting my intuition. I would not be in this spot without all of you. And why do I feel that way? Because every morning when I come on these lives, and every time we started We Are Recovery, the one thing I always knew, if we're gonna heal, we need to be vulnerable. And you better believe, sometimes it's not easy for me, it's very hard. However, having a support system like all of you that understand the journey in which I'm going on, that we're going on honestly together, I could not have done it without you and how supportive you guys are and accepting of me. So I want you just to know, I really do mean this, guys. I would not be on this spiritual journey. When I say spiritual journey, being the little Anna that I have always known I am, that believes in angels, believes in light and dark, believes in energy, believes in the sun, believes in the earth, okay? I need you to know, I don't think I would have had the confidence to step out and be this person that I'm starting to even flourish more into without your kindness, without your care, without your love, without your support, and without your challenging, honestly. So I want you to know that, think of it this way. I was that little flower peeking out of the ground, and I needed my tribe, my support system to cheer me on. And Ooh, how long has we've had We Are Recovery? I think 4 years. So for 4 years, I've been that little seedling popping out of the ground. And what you guys have continued to do is, you can do it. Keep on going, Anna. We love you. So I want you to know, guys, the way you speak to me, the way that you show your support and love, do the same to the person in the mirror. Because she or he deserves that too, and is just as remarkable. Okay? Keep seeing your wins. All of you are extraordinary. All of you are powerful. And this world is waiting for you to find yourself. This world needs you. You are special. You are enough, and you are constantly loved and supported. Thank you guys for just always being you. So guys, what we're going to do is hand over the heart. We are going to ask ourselves how we feel. And no matter how we feel, we are going to learn to accept ourselves. Because remember, life has all of it in it, and it always will. However, if we continue to lean into the uncomfortable, we're going to learn beautiful, healthy coping skills that when the hards come in my life and our life, they're not as hard. However, they still exist. Just like we said the other day, the world doesn't change. We do. And then we can change the world. All right? I love you guys. Hands over the heart. Take a deep breath in and out. We're going to accept ourselves no matter how we feel this morning. Deep breath in and out. Second deep breath in and out. We're going to picture that beautiful gold healing light coming in, and we're going to exhale anything that does not serve us. Take a deep breath in and out. And now third deep breath in and out in the mind's eye right here. And this is my spirituality. Look at this. I honestly in the past would be like, oh my God, people hate me. They're judging me. They're gonna, I don't know, excommunicate. I don't know what, right? But you guys help me be me. And I appreciate it. All right, so ready in the mind's eye? When we close our eyes, we're going to picture all these beautiful individual lights going on. And that is, you are honestly feeling all the other people right now in the breath with you. Okay, mind's eye, close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and out. You can't help but smile when you see all those lights turn on. And I think the reason why is because we realize and we understand we are not alone. Okay? And you are loved and you are supported. And so guys, what I'm going to tell you right now, this is some thoughts I'm having moving forward. So my birthday is April 29th, and I always get this wrong, but I do believe I'm turning 37. I always look at Mitchell and I go, how old am I? So on April 29th, what I usually do for my birthday, it's usually everything that made me feel like a child. So I ask my family to do activities with me that makes me feel like a kid again. And so one of the things is I'm actually going to probably ask my sister to sing on We Are Recovery, because I want to do it as a way as I'm definitely the person I want to bring people on the adventure with me. I want to show them the beauty that I see in this world. And for me, I think I'm going to ask my sister. And so all of us, if you want, Saturday evening, my sister will come on. I think it's a great activity for us to do, especially if we have kids. My sister loves singing for kids as well. And so I thought it would be a Saturday evening. Sometimes Saturdays are hard for us. And so, you know, why don't we come together and do some fun together? And so I'm going to have my sister, Sarah. Sarah, if you're watching, I'm going to be asking you soon. Come on and sing, and then have you guys with us on the journey on some of the things that we do, because I think that's one of the biggest parts is just feeling like a kid again. Kelly, all I ever wanted when I came across your page was to feel less alone. I got that and so much more. Yeah, I'm glad because that's exactly what I needed, Kelly, on my journey. So I'm so happy. So guys, I love you guys very much. I'm going to turn this around and let you see the farm. I kind of walked off. I told everyone, don't worry, I'm fine. I'm just walking off in the distance to do the live. So I'm going to turn this around. Oh, I hear my mourning dove right now. And then guys, if anyone's on here, I am going to lean into my heart and my uncomfortable, and I am going to start creating a spiritual page. I've been doing angel readings. Oh, little bird. I've been doing angel readings and other readings since I was 17 years old, and I'm going to come out of that and start doing that as well, as much as I'm so scared. And I honestly think, guys, for me it's scarier than even in the addiction, because this is one thing that I used to get teased about and rejected, and so I'm going to start doing it. That's the next big step for me, and I will tell you, I could not have got to where I am without you guys. I wholeheartedly, with all my soul, know that for a fact. I don't know if you guys can see Mother Moon up there, but she's there. I love you guys very much, and that's down there. Mitchell's coming up in the gator with all the nieces and nephews right now. I love you guys very much. Remember, do some self-care for you today, and I will see you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. All right, love you guys.